Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investors Channel. Welcome to the Sunday show. This is the Sunday show. This is where me, Sensei Crypto, will be going through mainly crypto. We'll have a look at stocks for the week ahead. You have a opportunity to also ask any questions related to crypto or stocks. We can have a look through your requests. I will be doing this every Sunday. This is my show. I get to choose what we do, and I'm excited to get right into it. Please do remember we do have the giveaway winner to announce in 30 minutes, and we will also be running another giveaway straight away. We're going to give 3 magic numbers. Those magic numbers, if you add together, you will be able to get a large amount of tickets. I think it's around 100 tickets towards the next week's giveaway. It is starting at $10. If we might add on to it as the week goes, but it's at least $10. Today's giveaway is $20 that the winner will receive. So let's look forward to announcing the winner, and let's get right into the show. Let's see what we have to talk about today. It's a very chilly day in England. Winter has started, so let's have a look. So this is Bitcoin with no lines, no chart, no trend lines. We've just got the price of Bitcoin, and down here we can see the RSI. Bitcoin has been moving up. It has been putting higher highs. I'm expecting Bitcoin to come down and break the structure, this double bottom we have here, and then that would bring us down to 20,000. So what I want to see first is a move to 25,000. 25,200, we might get a bounce back. We will also ultimately break that level, and we'll probably come down to levels around the 20,000 if we are. That's probably the most bullish case. My base case is coming down for a double bottom around 16,000 or a slightly higher low. Higher low around 16,000, 16,500 around, or even 18,000. We'll have to keep a good eye on it. And then the bearish situation is something if we come down to around 12,000. So let me repeat that. 20,000 bullish case, 18,000, 17,000, or even 16,000 is my base case where I do believe it's going, and the bearish case, which of course can happen, would be Bitcoin around 12,000 to 10 to 12,000. We need to prepare for all 3 likelihoods, all 3 different scenarios. Make sure we are prepared for everything at hand. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to give you your first magic number. We'll be ending the show around in an hour's time, just under an hour's time. To roll. Okay, we just got a message. I'll bring the comments in on screen in a second. So you have no case where Bitcoin goes up. Interesting, you do. I do say we have to prepare for all cases, and you are right. I didn't mention a case where Bitcoin goes up. Of course, there could be a case where Bitcoin goes up, but in my view, it's very unlikely that we'll be going to go significantly higher than we are now. There is obviously scenarios where we can get to 30,000 and get rejected, but that's all part of the same rejection to around 25,000, 20,000, 16,000. So the first level is 25,000. So maybe that should be my most bullish case. We come down to 25,000 and maybe we accumulate around there. But we'll keep you up to date. If I do think 25,000 is going to end up being the bottom, which I really don't think. So we would have to see how the price action is around there if we start accumulating a lot. But even then, there's not that much liquidity in the market. That's the first. First of all, there's no liquidity in the market. Bitcoin's a risk asset, so that's not good. Secondly, a recession is looming. I believe that'll play out, which is not good for Bitcoin, obviously. Thirdly, we haven't had the capitulation, the real capitulation event of the cryptocurrencies yet. But yes, Bitcoin could hold up stronger than altcoins, so there is there's a small case to be made that Bitcoin stays at 25,000. I don't think we're going to new highs, definitely not new all-time highs, but maybe there's a case where it goes to 30,000, 35,000, but that's not something I'm into that much. With the crypto challenge, we do have around 40% of our money deployed in the markets. That's never a bad thing. I never like to be 100% out of the markets, but so that is hedging against if we don't manage to get major buys in at the levels we want to, for example, 20,000, 15,000. If those levels we miss the buys, we are still in. It might seem strange that I'm in crypto even though I think it's going lower, but being in crypto, just because I think it's going to go lower doesn't mean we can guarantee our entries. So when I say Bitcoin is going to come down to 20,000, 16,000 or 12,000, it doesn't mean, even if it does, I'm going to guarantee my entry. Crypto does happen very quickly. If you've gone somewhere, it can happen overnight when you're sleeping. It can happen during the day when you're at work, and you miss it, right? Yes, you can put limit orders in. If you forget to do that, you'll miss it. So for that reason, because I'm so bullish on crypto long term, I'm happy enough holding some crypto, mostly XRP for now, in that crypto challenge. So if I do miss the buys, if crypto does go on an uptrend, I have some skin in the game. Let's have a look at the comments. So, Dio says, hello, anybody out there? Yes, I'm here. So you have no case for where Bitcoin goes up. We can just discuss that. For example, if a strong S&P would meet new bank failures, it could go higher. Yes and no. So people could find it as a hedge short term, but realistically, because that will show such weakness in the markets, it would eventually go back lower, just like it did last time. Excuse me. Just like it did last time, it did go all the way down to 20,000, and it did bottom there, but the S&P was going up afterwards as well, so it did push the price higher. It's interesting what you've mentioned. Yeah, it definitely is bullish for Bitcoin, but I think if it happens again, that the broader markets will be in a worse shape, which will ultimately bring down the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a tricky one. It's not going to be my biggest investment, so I don't mind missing the buys on Bitcoin. It's more the altcoins which are much more likely to come down. For me, I've always said, if you want to buy Bitcoin anywhere under 20,000, start DCAing in. Even whenever you like, you can just Bitcoin when it's in a bear market, you can put weekly buys in. But for the altcoins, it's much more important to find those low risk entry zones, because they can go down 50%, then another 50%, then another 50%, and then you get diluted so much that the buys do really matter. Bitcoin could just be that one you invest in the bear markets weekly and not focusing on exactly what price. And in that case, altcoins won't really go up that much because of the if a banking crisis happens and people flee to Bitcoin. I think we'll see a flee more to gold than we will see to Bitcoin. But Martyn Lucas is here. Hi, Sensei NTO. Welcome, Martyn, to the stream. Zero. Hi, Martyn. Oops, I meant Sensei. No worries. Have you ever owned crypto mining stocks like Terwolf? No, I haven't. But I think a lot of them have come down to low levels, and I would be interested in buying them, because not only would they go up because they get income from obviously Bitcoin mining, but people would also associate them with Bitcoin and start buying it if the hype returns. So let's have a look at the one you mentioned. Let's have a look at it. So this is terrible for a Bitcoin mining company. So as you can see here, in 2021 it went up all the way from $1 to $43. So what I'm going to do is definitely add this to my watch list. I'll have a look at the company itself, but if it is just a standard Bitcoin mining company with a good balance sheet, with a good amount of miners, with renewable energy sources, then it has been trading since 1997, so I need to see how much of their company is based around Bitcoin mining. But yes, this would be a great one to buy. At 60 cents is where I'd really start buying. And I'd definitely buy, I want to have one crypto mining company, one or two in my stock portfolio. I want to own MicroStrategy, I want to own Coinbase, I want to own a range of cryptos. And I think I'll get all those buys in the next 6 months. Okay, let's give you your first magic number. So what I'm going to do is give you 3 numbers, add them together, put them into the website, and so just take a note of this for now. Your first magic number is 6745. 6745. So that's your first magic number, 6,745. Take a note of that. I'll give you 2 more, one in about 20 minutes, the other one in about 40 minutes. You add them together and you can enter into the competition page. Let me remind you here. This is the competition page, sensei-crypto.com or martynlucasinvestor.com. Either or can take you to the same page. This is the competition for next week, and just below it, you'll find we've got 2,069 entries, 18 minutes left. So I'm quickly going to give you the link. If anyone hasn't entered, there is ways to quickly enter before we do announce the winner in 18 minutes. Just like last time, you can see that there will be, here you can see where you can put the magic numbers. So do take a note. You do get 100 tickets, which is a lot. And also the second biggest way to get it is Martyn Lucas's newsletter. It's the easiest way to get it. You just go on the newsletter, have a read through, find the magic number, and you get and you can just enter that. So do take into account that if you don't open it, I think it's 5 times that you see the newsletter in your inbox and you don't open it, you will be removed from the list of people Martyn sends the newsletter from. Meaning you won't get the next ones and you won't be able to see the magic number for next time. So do open it, go check your inbox and see what the magic number is. But that doesn't mean you're banned forever. All you have to do is go back on this website and re-enter your details and you'll be put back on the newsletter. So if you have forgot to open it, if you have been busy and haven't opened it and you can see that you've no longer got emails from Martyn, go back onto his website and sign up to his newsletter again, and then you can get the emails again. Okay, so Terrell, thanks for the suggestion. I am looking to buy some mining companies, and this one obviously has taken my attention because we've seen it trading at $44 and it is at $1. If it goes anywhere near that, again, that's a 44x, 44 times your money. And if it comes down, if it goes down another 50%, which it can do if Bitcoin does capitulate, you're looking at 88x. £1 equals £88, £100 equals 8,800. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is coming down to these levels. I'll be interested around 60 cents. Okay, so one other thing we're going to be looking at is the Wall Street cheat sheet. It's happens all the time. You see it in all charts, and it can really help your investment strategy. So if you want me to share that with you, we need some more action. Firstly, I'm going to put a minute on the clock. This is the Wall Street cheat sheet. I'm going to show you something that not many people cover. You might have seen it, I doubt you have, depending on if you like charts or not. This will really help us with our investment strategy. It's a cheat sheet that Wall Street doesn't want you to know about. So for me to show you that, firstly, I'm going to have a look at how many likes we have. And the number is, I think 6. Let's double check that. Again, if we do get 50 likes, we'll up the giveaway. Okay, we've got 11 likes. I'd like to see, there's only 12 watching, so I'd like to see 13, 14 likes. So we're on 11 now, and I also would like to see, if you are watching and you're not a member, if you subscribe, it will come up on the screen. I'd love to see a subscriber, but I'd like to see everyone comment who is watching cheat sheet. Let me comment first. Cheat street, can't even say it. Cheat sheet. I'd like everyone to start commenting that, and I'll share it. Let me put a minute on the clock. Like this show, comment cheat sheet, and let's show you that. Share that with you. Come on, I'm sure we can all do it. No one said cheat sheet yet. We need to get a few people copying and pasting cheat sheet. Jordan is the first person to do it. We need more. We've got 10 seconds. Let's see how many likes we've got. We've got 12. Let's see if we can get that to 13. We're going to keep it going. We're going to have to put another. Martyn wants it. Tier roll, let's copy and paste, let's get it going. Martyn is doing the best right now. Come on guys, tier roll, Jordan, keep hitting it. Let's get cheat sheet viral. We've got 12 likes. If one person has joined and can like, we'll share the secrets. We've got 13 watching. Now one person hasn't liked. If you like the show, we're going to share something very interesting. Okay, the chat has gone viral. We'll give it 20 seconds, see if we get that one extra like, see if we get a few more people saying cheat sheet. There goes Craig. There we go. Here we go. I think that's good. The chat's got viral. We've got 12 likes. We got that extra like. Brilliant. Cheat sheet, cheat sheet, cheat sheet. Okay. Sorry, we're not ending the show. That was just trying to turn off the music. There we go. Okay, so here is the cheat sheet. Happens in all charts. Martyn is still going. I love it. I love it. There we go. This is what Martyn means when let's get the chat viral. This is what he wants you guys to do. So let's keep that in mind. So we've got 15 people watching now. If one person hits the like, we're going to share the cheat sheet. We've got 15 watching, 12 likes. One more person hits the like, we will show it. So the cheat sheet, there we go, 13 likes. I love to see it. Here we go. We're going to share it now. So what I'm going to show you is a chart. We can see it on a lot of different market cycles. It's called the psychology of the market cycle. It shows the emotions and where we are in a cycle. I've got here the Bitcoin chart. Let me make sure I've got this as well sorted. There we go. Jordan Allen says edamame. That's fine. I don't understand why you said that. Okay, so yes, it's going to show you the feelings, what people are saying at the time, and when is the best time to get into a market cycle. A market cycle is normally, you've got the bottom, you've got the top, and then you've got the accumulation. So this is the chart. Have this always up on your charts. If it is, especially if it's not just a steady dividend stock that just goes up steadily, you can still sometimes see it, but it's more about those growth stocks, the stocks that make you a lot of money, the cryptos, the ones that go through these big market cycles. And you can also see it on different charts, like maybe even gold on like a much longer time frame. So this is the chart. Competition ends in 10 minutes. So we will keep an eye out for that. We will be announcing the winner of the competition. We've just given one magic number. If you rewind about 10 minutes, if you just joined us, first magic number is given. I'm going to give you the next one in about 10 minutes. We will also announce the winner in 10 minutes of the last week's giveaway. We're going to give another magic number at the end of the show. Add them together, 100 tickets. And there we go. So This is the cheat sheet, and here it is. Let me know if you've seen this before, and let me know if you haven't. Martyn's just done a poll. Are you in the cash giveaway? I would love to know the answer. I'm not, so I'm going to put no. I can't enter my own competition. Let's close that. So this is it. Let me know if you've seen this before. Oh, I don't want to see that. Why can't I? Give me 1 second. I've got this downloaded, so I'm going to just bring it up. I was also signed into that, so you can find it online. This cheat sheet. Just type in Wall Street cheat sheet. But what I want to do is can I just open it like that? Here we go. Maybe it's a bit better like that. Okay, so you can see it here. Let me put it on this screen and make it bigger for you guys. And we'll go here. So this is, I love to trade with market sentiment. Yes, investing in the right coins, what's the best coins that are actually doing things, what's the ones that are developing. Yes, that all comes into account. But at the same time, I think what's more important is sentiment. It's about seeing where people are going to put their money, seeing where we are in the market cycle. Even with stocks, it's more with stocks. It's more finding the right companies because you want to hold it for the long term, and over time the price will reach if it's a good stock or not. But in those short term events, in those 2 years where you get those bull markets in crypto, especially, you want to know where you are in the market cycle. Bill has joined the chat. We'll go through the comments in a second. So yes, this over here, down here, disbelief. This is the same as the end of the cycle, disbelief. So that's when they join. Where we are right now in crypto, definitely in the crypto cycle. We're talking crypto today mainly. We'll be able to see it in stocks as well. But where we are right now is somewhere around here. We've had the anger. That was FTX. Everyone was angry. Crypto, why is it doing this? Why is it doing that? We've had the move back up. It doesn't work out exactly. Yes, this move up was slightly more. It was maybe up to over here. But it's the same thing. You've got the anger, and now we're selling off. Now we've got this slight decline. Maybe we're around here. What we're looking for now is the depression phase. This is when you just get that the last capitulation, maybe putting in the same bottom as the anger phase or a lower bottom. Normally it's the depression phase, it goes below the last bottom. And that's when people are saying something like, my retirement money is lost. How can we pay for all this new stuff? I'm an idiot. And that's normally when everyone exits the market, but that's when you need to be buying. That's when you need to... We have done the hardest part. If you're still here today, you're in here, you're still watching the markets in the middle of the bear market. You have done half the job. Now it's time to accumulate. Now it's time to be ready for that capitulation. Now it's time to have some cash on the side, some defensive stocks that you can liquidate and get into these cryptocurrencies, get into the stocks that suddenly capitulate, because that is normally the best time to buy. That is normally, you have a couple of days, you have maybe a week where you can buy at these levels. Remember COVID, you had maybe 2 weeks to buy those bottoms, maybe even a day on the day of the crash. You had that day, so you have to be very vigilant. You have to have that cash ready on the side to suddenly buy if you do get that capitulation. It'll be quick, it'll be scary, it would feel like we're going down lower, but that's the point. That's the depression phase. And then you have all of this. This is what we look forward to. This is when we get hope. The first level of hope, everyone's like, okay, is it possible? Is this possible? This is the beginning. Then you start moving up, and then you get another move up. You get another 20%, 10% move up in a day for a few days, and the rally is real. Everyone thinks, okay, this is real. Then the belief is there. People are, time to get fully invested. Then it's the thrill. This is, now you have to start being careful. Now you have to start doing the opposite of everyone else. I want to buy more on bargain. I have to tell everyone. It's either you telling all your friends, this is amazing, stocks, we're going to make so much money, crypto's a new thing, you're going to make so much money. You're either telling your friends that, or if you're not in the markets, you're going to hear a lot of people telling you that. And then this is the top. This is when you think you're the king of the world. I'm a genius. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to do that. That's not the time to be like, I'm amazing. Let's get some margin. Let's hold these profits. I'm so rich, because you're not rich until you realize those gains. And I've seen it all too many times where people don't realize the gains. They get too greedy. They don't realize the gains. They think they're so rich, but they're only rich on numbers on the screen. They haven't taken the profits. And that's the time where I want to be here, and I want to give the warning signs. There's two things. One is buying at the bottom, or buying when you're scared, and the other one is selling at the top, and you need to keep your emotions in check. That's why so many people lose at this game. And that's a euphoria stage. That's when you want to be selling. Even though you're going to have those feelings where you're like, oh, I can make a bit more. If it goes up another 10%, I've made another £10,000. That's whatever it is, whatever your portfolio size is. This is when you want to start selling. And then if you don't manage to sell, there's always that little bounce back, that dead cat bounce. Either it takes you higher, it takes you lower. And that's the complacency. That's the stage when we need to cool off for the next rally. Everyone's like, okay, it's fine. We've had buy the dip. When this happens over here, people are like, buy the dip. And then it goes up a bit, and you think you're right. You think, okay, yeah, I'm right. I've bought the dip. We're going to go higher. This is a cooling off period, but you don't. This was your last chance to get out. And let's compare that to the Bitcoin chart. Let's have a look. This happens. This is the same cycle for basically every single Bitcoin cycle. You see that this sort of structure in the altcoins as well. They've just come down more. So this was the beginning. This was the hope recovery, then the optimism, then the rally is real. Everyone's like, okay, this is actually it. We're taking out the all-time highs. You're at 20,000, 19,000. Then, time to get fully invested. People are starting to get fully invested. Then it's the thrill. I've got to tell everyone margin, and then it's that one final push up where you think you're the king of the world. You're pushing up, and then you get the push down. And this is another way it can happen. You can have a higher high. On a lot of metrics, this isn't a higher high. When you look at metrics like social metrics and stuff like that, it doesn't matter, but you did get a higher high. So what you've done here, this is when you think you're really clever. You've bought the dip. You're like, Bitcoin dropped 50%, I'm still going to stay. You've lost 50% of your money, and then you just start buying the dip, and that's the dead cat bounce. Even though you've come back higher, realistically you should be getting out here. You've come down, you've bought the dip, you think amazing. You might have not bought the dip, you might have been really scared, but whatever happens, these are the areas to get out. And you've got two chances. Normally you've got two chances. Either it's going to be higher or a bit lower. This time it was higher, and this time you had a big crash. So you should be scared. You should realistically be selling, but so many people didn't. And then we come down. It's not as bendy gains, but that's where you come down. That's where it's complacency. We're getting ready for the next rally. It's fine. We're coming back. You thought you bought the dip here. You think you're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to buy the dip and we're going to go higher, but you never did. You might have been bought. For example, here, what happened, this is like the psychology of last market cycle. You need to remember this so the mistakes don't happen again. People bought the dip. A lot of people bought the dip, and they thought they were the king of the world here. They thought, I'm buying the dip. I know Bitcoin's going to 100,000. It's 69,000. All it does, it can drop 50%, but we're coming straight back up. And then it came down, and people thought the same exact thing again. I'm just going to buy the dip. We're going high. We're going to 100,000. We're at 35,000, and people are still saying we're going to 100,000. It got you sucked in here. Those 2 weeks, you thought that was the start of it again. You're still buying, still barging. You haven't taken any profit still. You haven't taken any profit still, and you think you're going to go higher. But in reality, this is where you messed up the most. This is where you've bought more thinking you're going to 100,000, and here it comes. Here comes the anxiety. Let's go back to the other chart. This is the drop from 45,000. Here comes the anxiety. Why am I getting margin called? The dip is taking longer than expected. Let's see if we can zoom in. Then, here it goes. Let me move down. Denial. My investments with great companies, they'll come back. You're sort of, Bitcoin's that amazing currency. This is it's going to come back. I believe in the technology. It's a hedge against inflation. Inflation's bad. And then it keeps going down. Let's go back to this chart. This is over here. You think that when it's going back down, when it's breaking those 30,000 lows of there, and then you aren't here. You've suddenly gone from 30,000 and now you're looking at 17,000. And that's where you are here. I'm not going to say that word, but everyone is selling. I need to get out. Capitulation is the first level of capitulation. I'm 100% getting it out of the markets. I can't afford to lose any more. And that's normally, once again, you've come down really fast, and that's normally a bad place to sell because you've missed your chance. And for Bitcoin, that was in the level, when that occurred, it was around the $17,000 level. You can see you didn't go much lower than 17,000. You kind of went sideways. You went sideways for a bit, and then you had that one another level which you came down, which relates to the anger. Who's short of the market? Why is the government allowed to do this? That's if it's a stock and the government doesn't come in to help it. But let's just say who's short of the market? It's FTX anger. This is FTX's fault. This is this person's fault. Why was there allowed to be so much margin in the markets? Why did the government not go after Sam Bankman-Fried and allow this to happen? Realistically, it's your own fault, and you're trying to find someone to put the blame off. And now we're in this area here. You've come back up, and I've said before, you've come back a bit higher. You haven't taken out these lows, and what we're looking for now is the depression phase. This is where you can start hearing, I've lost my retirement money, is lost, how can I pay for all this new stuff, am I an idiot? That's when it could come lower than the 17,000, or it could be a double bottom. This is where it can differ between stocks and different cryptos, different altcoins, depending on risk metrics. But what we're looking for is the depression. And normally you can see that with another capitulation, with another sudden move down. So that's what I'm looking for. Because normally it's either the anger phase where you can make some money, the first capitulation here is normally a good place to buy. The anger where you start blaming someone else, that's the FTX crash. And you've got that one final place you can buy, which is that capitulation, that depression phase. And that is what I've got my eyes on now, and that's why I'm doing that weekly show, and that's why I'm going to be here every Sunday, because I want to catch that together, I want to be prepared for that, and that's why I think that's the most likely outcome. And one more thing to say is it's going to be different between the altcoins and Bitcoin. The reason we weren't buying that many altcoins here and here is because altcoins react differently to Bitcoin. A lot of altcoins, if you look at their charts, they're lower, their price is lower than we were here. For example, you look at Solana, it hasn't had a big bounce. You look at something like Doge, it's at its lower lows. You're looking at Shiba, it's at its lower lows. It's not up here like Bitcoin is. You look at something like Polkadot, you're making new lows. So if this was Bitcoin, this would be Bitcoin around 14,000. So that's why altcoins are a bit different, and that's why I didn't want to be buying altcoins, and that's why I want to buy the most of. I want to buy mainly altcoins, not Bitcoin, and that's why I haven't been buying altcoins that much around these areas, because I know they can go lower. So if Bitcoin does drop 50%, it's going to make the altcoins go to their lowest lows. Bitcoin might not go below 15,000. But you best believe it, if Bitcoin drops even to the levels of 17,000, which is that initial anger phase we just showed in that chart, that goes down 32%, altcoins are going to go down 50%. And if altcoins are already sitting around this 18,000, £19,000 level, if they go down 30%, you're looking at the equivalent of Bitcoin being at 10,000 sort of thing. So keep that into account. The best time to buy the altcoins will be on that final depression phase of Bitcoin, of the altcoin charts. They're all very similar. You sort of look at the total market cap of crypto, and what you're looking for is the depression phase to really show on this chart, which will be taking it down to maybe another 50% down realistically, and that's where we want to get in. That's always the best time to get in, is that first capitulation, the second anger. So this is when Bitcoin was just coming down off the bull market. Then you're looking at the anger phase, the FTX crash, and then the depression phase. This is what we're looking for now with stocks, with crypto. Mainly crypto is what I'm looking for. and then we can start seeing the disbelief rally. Then we can start looking forward to all of this optimism, belief, and then we need to start being careful around here. And I'm going to be here every step of the way to see it unfold and navigate it all together. We will keep this chart here, so when we do see some stocks, we can see it, how it plays out on different markets. Right now, I'm going to go back to the chat, see what you guys are saying, see what you think, see if you've seen that chart before, and also we're going to announce the winner of the giveaway, and also we're going to give you the second magic number. So let's go back to the chat and see what's going on. So we've got another poll. Sensei is growing every show, presentation, engagement, and information keeps improving. Have you noticed? I'm going to say undecided, because I'm not sure. This is one for you. I just need to get rid of this. I want to see the results. Let's see. 20 people watching, only 14 likes. Please do hit the like button. It really does help. It helps a lot. And if you do, we do sometimes give away, a few people give away. Bill has done it a lot in the past, where he gives away memberships. And if you keep liking the show, maybe you will be able to win one, and you can be commenting like the rest of us. Or you can always just buy a membership. It's only a couple of dollars a month, and you can request anything from me. So look at the crowd, look at the people, get your ice cold snow cones right here, right now. Thank you for joining us, Bill. Competition ends. We're just going to have a look at that in a second. Thank you, Martin. He says great content. Cyril, I'm usually already selling at the optimism phase. Yes, that is an issue as well. See, the issue is you want to take the profits, but you're taking the profits too soon. That's fine in a bear market, but if you're in a bull market, then that's also a mistake, because you need to be making back the money you lost, and you want to be taking in extra. And if you start taking profits too soon, you do miss out. So yes, we'll also work on that. Bill says who will win the competition. Their winner has been emailed. We're going to announce it now, so no draw. Yes, there will be the draw. It's not really a draw. It just gets picked on the website. Anyone can see it, but let's go and see who has won. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing, so anyone can do it. We go onto my website. I'm just going to refresh the page. Sensei Crypto, sensei-crypto.com or martynlucasinvestor.com. No, sorry, martynlucas.com, not Martin. Here we go. So this is the competition for next week. So you can enter that once you've got the 3 magic numbers, and you can enter it already with the different ways. This is the competition that's ended last week. $20 paid out, and we will pay it out today if they reply. The winner is... Can we do a drum roll? Yes, we can do a drum roll. The winner is... James S. James S, are you here? Well, congratulations, James S. You are the winner. You have won $20. Please do reply to the email so we know it's you. I would like to see if you're here on the YouTube, but the winners always get emailed, and to claim the prize, you have to reply to that email. That's just for security and to make sure we're paying out the right person. I'd love to send it to you in XRP. And then you can change it into dollars or however you like to do it. Or I might be able to arrange with Martin to send it to you through Cash App or other ways. Just let me know if you're here. Congratulations, James S. And that is the winner. So let's give him some. I'm not sure if he is here. I haven't got a response yet. But we'll give him the fireworks. Anyway, congratulations. That's $20. There we go. Okay, so having spoken about the Wall Street cheat sheet, we need to start getting prepared on our buys. If that's limit buys, if that's just keeping an eye out, having it on our watch list, seeing where we want to buy. Let me give you the second number now, while we're doing it. And the second magic number If we can get ready for this, I might do another drum roll. I enjoyed that. So the second magic number, add them all together and you can win 100 tickets. You will get 100 tickets, is 3342. Let me make that clear. We've already given you one about 20 minutes ago. If you haven't seen it, do rewind the show. I'm not going to be able to tell you again. Take that number, make a note of it, the last number. Take a note of this number, 3342, 3342. Take a note of this. In about 20 minutes, about 15-20 minutes, I'm going to give you the third number. Add all three of these together. You go onto the giveaway page. And you enter, and you can be a winner just like James. He's not in the show right now, but he will get emailed. You don't have to be present to win. 3342 is the second magic number. So we need to start getting prepared for this depression phase. We need to start thinking, what levels do you want to buy at? And that's something I've been preparing about 6 months ago. 3 to 6 months ago, I started going through my cryptos, and I started seeing where I want to buy them and where it seems like sensible levels. Obviously, I can change that as I go with time, but I'm fairly set on where I do want to buy them. For example, with Bitcoin, let's see if I can get my drawings back. So with Bitcoin, I do have different buys. This is from a while ago. Let's have another look at a different page. So it's where I look at support. So it's that 20,000, 16,000, 12,000 level. I can make it more clear, but for now I'm just going to show you. It's the main levels of support. This is what you do on the charts this is how I like to do it. I'm going to explain my strategy again on how I like to enter positions. Please do hit the like button if you've joined us. It really does help. And do also subscribe if you haven't already. If you do subscribe, then it should come up on the screen, and if you do give any super chats or crypto giving, then you can have your comment read out live on the show. All the money goes to support the channel and keep these live streams going. So how I like to structure my buys is looking at past support and resistance. For Bitcoin, I've chosen the first level as 20,000. 20,000 being the last all-time high in the last cycle. And it has also acted as a level in the past year or 2 years, but it's mainly because of that all-time high. The second level is 16,000. That is around the lows of the Bitcoin. That's sort of the lows where we've seen Bitcoin last year, and also it was that candle which did take us from the hope optimism stage of the market. So let me show you this. It was around this which turned a slow move up to a sudden move up. So it was that level over here, and that acts as support. So that's why it's the 16,500 mark is my second buy, and then which we can is a fair chance we can get there. Sorry, I'm still somehow recovering from COVID. 12,000. You can see that if I bring it across, you can see how much we have tested that level. So that would be a strong level of support if we do get a major capitulation down on Bitcoin. You can see right now we have broken the trend line for Bitcoin going, pinning in those high lows. We are sitting on a double bottom. If we break that, we're quickly going to come down to the 20,000 mark. So remember, first 25,000. As soon as we break down that expect to come down to 20,000 very quickly, and then that's the first buy, second buy, third buy. You can either structure it as different limit buys, so you don't have to be watching the market all the time. You can structure it as 30% buy there, by 25% here, 30% here, and 45% here, something like that. Again, however you want to do it, I just recommend personally to split up the buys, spread your risk, DCA in the bear market. I don't like the DCA strategy where you just DCA into Bitcoin every week and manage to buy it up here. It's more DCA in the bear market. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. It's just how I'm going to play. It's just giving you guys a different perspective to have as much information and education as possible. Okay. Okay, so yes, those are three different buys. When you look at an altcoin, like let's say, we're not going to look at Ethereum because I think that's going to come down a lot more. Let's say, what's another big coin? We're not going to talk about XRP because we talk about that all the time. Let's say something like DOT. Good coin. I think it's been going down recently quite a bit. We need a chart with more data, maybe Binance. Okay. So something with like Polkadot, you're seeing it now. This is why I refrain to buy altcoins until later into the bear market and towards this last phase. I don't like to buy altcoins here. I like to buy them here. Bitcoin, you can get away with buying at the anger, the capitulation, and depression because they won't be fluctuating that much. Altcoins, as I'm going to show you with this chart, you're much better off buying it in this phase here. So you see Polkadot, if we were Bitcoin, Polkadot would be sitting around $10. We're not, we're sitting around 3.77. It is an altcoin. It was a fairly large altcoin. I think it's in the top 10 coins. If not, definitely the top 20. And we put in new cycle lows this week. So that's why I don't want to buy it here. I want to buy it more here. But if Bitcoin's going to come down another 20%, I'm confident that my first buys, it's going to be hard with a coin that's come out in 2020. We don't have that much information in the past. So you just have to go off different Fibonacci extension levels. And you need to understand you might not get all the buys. So for me, I haven't decided when I want to buy Polkadot, but I can during the stream now. One area would be the $2 level. The next level, let's see where this brings us down to. It is always going to be harder, and you're going to get less accurate with coins that have only been established in the 2020 and you don't have a couple cycle data. This coin was, remember, at $55. So you're looking at three buys. The main buy is going to be at $2, so that's where I'm going to put in the most of my money. The next buy maybe at where I ICO'd at $1.40, and the third buy, this could also change. Let's say something like, I'm going to put it at $3.50 for now. But you need to understand these aren't set in stone. It's also going to be Bitcoin's capitulated today. Bitcoin, something's happened, something terrible's gone wrong. Either it's a recession fears, a massive war escalation, a hack in some story about an hack, or Binance has gone bust, or whatever it can be. These black swan events we can't predict. That's the whole point. But you can predict that there will be a black swan or something that capitulates the market. You might not be able to predict exactly what, but you need to be prepared for it. If that happens, that is probably the best time to buy it. You hear the news, you hear everyone a lot of fear in the market, and then you can just put a buy order then. If we come down slowly, then yes, use these targets. If we have a capitulation, have the cash on the side for when the capitulation, when a terrible news comes out, you probably have around a week to buy, if not a 4-hour candle to buy. So you have to be prepared for all situations. But for now, I'd leave that. I'd put maybe 10% start in Polkadot when it comes down another sort of 10%. And then these are the major buys, 20%, 20%, or 50%, 50%. And you don't bother with this buy. It really depends on your situation. Polkadot is a hard one. I've chosen a bad coin, but you can see, at least what you can see with Polkadot is, if you bought it like you can buy Bitcoin in the anger, depression, and capitulation phase, you would be down, whereas with Bitcoin, you'd be up. So if there's a big difference between altcoins, Bitcoin's the least risky cryptocurrency. Altcoins are very high on the risk curve. We do just have an announcement from Martyn, which says earnings season next week. J&J, this will be, I think it will be on the homepage of the news channel. If not now, it'll be there shortly when Martyn puts them in. But do take note of this. Earnings season next week. J&J October 17th, Tesla October 18th. We will cover it live. Yes, we will. Martyn will be here, or I will be here, or we'll both be here, or maybe it's just Martyn. We'll see how it happens, but rest assured, there will definitely be, it will be covered live on this show. So join us for the J&J and Tesla earnings. So please do put your crypto suggestions or even the stock suggestions. We'll have a look at it. Brilliant. On Tuesday's earnings for Lockheed Martin. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, let's have a look at the stock. Let's see if we have any more data on the US 500, how that closed on Friday. We saw how the S&P closed, but we didn't see how the futures market closed. The futures market did close not at the lows of the session. It is about 4,320. Nothing major happened. Let's have a look at gold. That had a massive pump before as I think it was TRO who said, or it might have been Craig, people are wanted to have some safety over the weekend in case anything happened. So it is Sunday today. It is the week started. No massive invasion happened. Of course, much more people lost their lives. Israel told the people to the northern Gaza to evacuate, and on their way out, they on their evacuation routes they bombed them. So it's still terrible things happening, but nothing in terms of escalation that should make the markets come down further on Monday, apart from the fact that we are still higher than we were before the war was announced. So take that into account. We can still come down, but there was nothing major that happened over the weekend so far. Anything can change overnight, but no invasion, no different front was opened up. But gold is moving up $1,932. Remember, I came on the show, I said this is going to be a V-shaped recovery. Watch this come back very fast, and we were over here, I think, or one of these candles. I think it was this candle here. And I couldn't have thought of a quicker V-shaped recovery. So gold is also something that should be in someone's portfolio. I think the perfect portfolio would consist of gold, silver, real estate, watches, a small amount, different types of watches that hold their value. Then stocks, crypto, cash is a key one. Maybe bonds depending on where we are, but that can fall under cash slightly. Let me know if you think I've missed anything, but you should diversify, don't over diversify, see what's right for your own financial situation. But yeah, our hearts still go out to all the Israeli civilians, all the innocent Palestinian civilians, but nothing major has happened. So maybe gold might sell off a bit on Monday once people want to return to those more risk assets, but we will see. If we have had that V-shaped recovery, we're back at that resistance. In terms of crypto, BNB is what we're looking for a short. We haven't entered anything yet. Remember, this is only temporarily. We haven't entered a position yet. We didn't have the confirmations we were looking for. Especially now, we're going to have a weekly candle close and we're still above the level. Remember, we're looking for a weekly candle close below, also some a big move down and an entry. Remember, there's two different entries I want to do for BNB, and I'll keep you informed with when I do take that trade. But for now, it's up on the day 1.65%, and it's also closing the week above the support, so no trade to be taken yet. That's a short I wanted to take because remember, there is nothing here. You look at this chart and it was 2 weeks it's spent in this region. Maybe we come down just as fast. And just technically speaking, you break below these two levels. There's nothing there. That could be a great short. I'm going to give you the last magic number shortly. So please do take a note of the last one, and we will announce the winner next week. Again, live on the same show, same time next week. We'll be live half an hour into the show. We're going to announce the winner. So let me give you the link for the giveaway once again. Do get your questions in because we are about to close the show. Normally our Sunday show might be a little bit longer, an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and a half, depending on how long. But because we've been live all week, you have heard a lot of me, and I have given a lot of my opinions. So we have covered a lot of things during the week. Let's have a look at the comments. And also, I mean, the show's meant to be an hour, so just let me know if there's anything. As long as there's questions coming, I'm happy to stay. Sorry, Tio, it's the same time as J&J. Can't do both live. Zach Zate, I think Tesla will be $300 at earnings. You did say, do you think that Tesla can reach $300? And I did say no. So let's see if you're right or I'm right. The number of trucks delivered, their cars. Sorry, I can't read. The number of trucks delivered their cars this year was extremely high. Of course it was, but we have got that data already. They have given us the delivery data already. TRL said, fully understand. That was to Martin. Jordan Allen, which stocks do you have positions in, and which platform do you use for both buying and trading crypto? Okay, we'll answer that as well. Let's have a look at Tesla. Because Zach is saying, I think it's going to be at $300 at earnings. I don't think so. Maybe after earnings, if something big is announced. We are expecting Tesla to announce their Cybertruck event. That's supposed to be this month. We are halfway through the month and we haven't got confirmation of that. So maybe they're pushing that back because they might have having issues with the setting up the production line. Nothing wrong with that at all. They want to be prepared before they have the delivery event. But we were expecting that in October, so keep an eye out for that. Tesla, I just think it's putting in lower highs. I don't think we'll reach $300 before earnings, and I don't think we'll reach. I think there's a strong possibility Tesla won't hit $300 for a while. That's a bold statement, but I don't think so. I could be proven wrong, but I just have a feeling that these lower highs will stay in place, and $300 won't be seen until we hit $200, or maybe even $180, or maybe even $126. It's not because there's a trade in sight. It's just because it seems like we are in a situation where we're putting in lower highs, and it seems like there's not a real major reason to start changing the long-term structure we've put in place now. We'll have to keep a good eye on it. I'm not saying take a short on it. I'm just saying the market structure right now is lower highs, so I don't think so. Well, I personally don't think we're going to hit $300 in answer to your question. The other question was, what stocks do I have positions in? Nothing, realistically. I've got a bit of SBC. I've got some Tesla slight amounts from when I bought it at $40. We've got, what else do I have? Some M&S, Marks and Spencer's. Let me have a look at my stock watch list. Let me jog my memory. I really don't have that much, to be honest. I think that's about it. I'm sort of cash heavy at the moment. And what was the other question? What stocks do you have positions in? That's about it. And which platform do you use for buying and trading crypto? So, okay, let's have a look at that. Sorry about that. Nothing important there. Just Martin was messaging me the magic numbers. I'm going on Discord now. Firstly, to check the breakfast bar to see if anyone's posted anything, and yes, we have. We've got Stephen Lewandowski that's posted vacation. He's on vacation. Palm Beach celebrating 45th anniversary. Congratulations, Stephen. That looks lovely. Let's bring that live on the screen. He's on vacation. And secondly, to go onto my Discord server, we had some information from Liam Laffey. Robinhood UK have filed their registration office change from 100 Newbridge Road Street, London, to 70 St Mary Axe, Suites 307, London. Changed offices. That could mean that they're getting ready for their UK launch, or it could mean nothing. So thanks, Liam, for posting that information on the general chit chat. If you haven't already, please do, let me give you this link, join the Discord. We do have information there. We also have the free crypto links, and also the crypto challenges also on there. But you've asked for crypto links, so let me give you a couple links. This is where I store my crypto. So this is a ledger. If you have a large amount of crypto, you definitely need to store it on that. That's a referral. I think it gives you $30 for something like that. Coinbase, you can't do referrals anymore in the UK, but Coinbase is somewhere I like to buy my crypto. KuCoin is where I like to trade my crypto. As he said, where do you trade? I trade on KuCoin. So you put that link in as well. And then Swissborg is another place I like to buy it. I don't normally like to keep my crypto on exchange, especially if I'm doing a large purchase, but Swissborg is also... Oh, I've copied the wrong thing. Sorry. Let me delete that. Swissborg's also great. Fairly low fees. It gives you a referral. You can get up to $100, I think. So yeah, those are the links. I use Swissborg and Coinbase to buy, KuCoin to trade, and Ledger to store the crypto. Those are the main ones. Let's see if anyone has entered the competition yet. Why is this so zoomed in? First, we're actually going to give you the last magic number. This is the competition page. This is where we announce the winner. James S., congratulations to you. Let's refresh and see if anyone's entered the new competition. No entries yet. You can start entering. You don't need the magic numbers. You can enter following us on Twitter, and joining the Discord server, newsletter. I don't think that's out yet. And then all these other ways to give you 1 extra point. The last magic number to finish off is 9,878. 9878 is your last magic number. That will give you, add that one and the last 2 I gave you, add it in, you get 100. Add them all together, type it into the website right here. So the last number is 9,879, 9878. Sorry, 9,878, 9878. It's on the screen right now. Take a note of it, add them all together, and right here you can enter the code. And the code would be all 3 of those magic numbers added together. So yes, I've given you the links for what I use. Okay, so let me see these comments. Appreciate thoughts, great show. Thank you, Zach. Really appreciate it. If anyone else does enjoy the show, please hit the like button. We did have at one point. Okay, we do have 9 watching, 16 likes, so that's brilliant. In terms of the ratio, we've got Jordan Allen saying KuCoin looks exactly the same as Binance. Yes, it does. However, Binance haven't been around for as long as KuCoin. Binance, there's it keeps coming out, a lot of different stories that Binance might be going insolvent. Binance has higher fees, and Binance futures don't normally work for me either. Futures trading or just leverage trading doesn't normally work for me. I just personally trust KuCoin more. It's hard to trust any of them, but after what happened with FTX, obviously. But for me, KuCoin has been around longer and has lower fees, and also allows me to trade all the time. Zach Zay says, about conflict, release. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you all for tuning in. After my thoughts for the next week are probably something will happen unless something happens in a geopolitical situation. What we're looking for is, we didn't break out from this on the weekly candle. You can see this is the resistance we're talking about. We didn't break through it. We look on the daily candles. We broke through it and we closed the day below it. So we'll see how we open tomorrow. Remember, we do have this parallel channel in play. We did wicker below it, which is sort of bullish for the stock, for the S&P, meaning the target should be around 4,500 if we do break above this resistance. If we don't, if we start slowing down and we start coming down, we have to keep an eye on this trend line, which right now for Monday is sitting around 4,274, and we can see if we break below, not only do we need a break below, we need follow through the next days, and then we're looking at an S&P which can suddenly start really declining quite quickly. Keep an eye on that next week. We have to confirm when I will be live next week. I do have a few more places I need to go next week, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing all the shows. Just do keep an eye out on the homepage. It'll share with you if I'm going to be live, and you can always go on YouTube on the time of closing bell, opening bell, see if we are live. We'll be live for some earnings, as Martyn mentioned earlier. I might be live for some opening and closing bells. I did do the whole of this week, so I did join you for this week. I won't be able to do the exact same next week, but I'll try and do as many shows as I can. So let's put the ending music. Any more comments? No. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope you like the content about the market cycle cheat sheet. We'll definitely use that more, bring that live on the show. Crypto bubbles are looking good at the moment. Sorry, here we go. Everything seems to be up today. We're having a little bounce back. Remember, the week, however, hasn't been looking good. The month is a bit of a mixed bag. I don't know where looms come from. I don't really know what it is. I think it was actually, I do know what it is, but I haven't looked into it. It just came out of nowhere. I wouldn't be getting into loom. There'll be a point in the bull run where these coins suddenly go up 100%, and it might even still be a good idea to FOMO in. You didn't think I'd say that, did you? But in the bull run, it's a different game. If you get in quick enough, you can suddenly hop on the trend and you can make more money. But in the bear market, I don't trust it, and I wouldn't be FOMOing into loom. Tiro, I'll see you. Yes, I'll see you on the next one. Keep an eye out, and we will. I will be live tomorrow for the opening bell, so join me then, and we'll sort out the rest of the shows with Martyn. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you joining my Sunday show. This is my favourite one. This is my favourite, my main show. We'll be doing the opening bell tomorrow, and then we'll confirm what we're doing later. But until next time, definitely do take care of yourselves. Spread peace, spread love, spread positivity. Take care of your stocks. Definitely take care of your stocks. Take care of your crypto. Start preparing for the capitulation phase. Start putting in your own buy orders. Get your platforms ready. Which one you want to use? Coinbase, Swissborg. I've given you some links. If you want to trade, use KuCoin, but careful. 95% of traders do lose their money. Until next time. Take care of your money, take care of your crypto, take care of your stocks, and most importantly, take care of each other. See you tomorrow morning bell. Bye bye.